Well, hello, hello, hello. I hope you all are having a super duper fantastic day out there today. Okay, so today I'm going to tell you how do I save $10,000+ every year. And it's way more than that now. But I'm going to tell you what I mastered in order to be able to do that. My name is Denise Merriweather. I am the CEO and founder of Queenpreneurs Jumpstart Program. It is the #1 training environment for women in the world looking to leverage their knowledge, ignite their passion, build a highly profitable business. And you do that by building your courage, confidence, and competence so you can accept, believe, and commit to what it is God has called you to do. All right, so here's what I need you to do. I need you to lock in. This is going to be a powerful conversation. It's going to challenge you at the same time, but we are talking about $10,000+ inside of your bank account every year that you get to keep, right? Not sure on how much you make. Average person potentially making anywhere from 80, 90, 100 plus, 200 plus $1,000 a year. And who would not like to keep more of the money that they earn? I know I did. I know once I actually learned this, I was excited that I was doing it, but it's also still a practice today. I don't allow this to get out of control because I don't want it to prevent me from saving the money that I've been able to save. So back in 2017, my husband and I worked with a health consultant. And while working with the health consultant, it assisted us with watching and seeing how we used our time, our talents, and our treasures, right? The TNT, the triple T's. And we hear a lot, or we talk a lot about those things, but I don't think we always connect to how they all interact or affect each other, right? In my coaching modality that I use, which is a part of my coaching certification, is we find or discover a breakdown, an issue that you're having in an area of life that's important to you, whether it is emotional, whether it's mental, whether it's physical or spiritual, right? And whatever it is that we're able to nail down, right, that we find out, we get that same thing actually shows up somewhere else. So for me, emotionally, I deal with being chosen. And I don't know what your thing is, but definitely put that inside the chat, right? We all struggle with different things. Oh, yeah. Hold on for a second. Let me make sure I share this on our site here. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go to Facebook. Don't go nowhere. Stay right here. And thank you in advance for your patience while I do this. Of course, with our site being pretty new, they don't allow us to share or do live streams inside of the group. So I need to go in here and actually share what it is that I'm broadcasting right now inside of our community. And I want to make sure that I do that. I want to make sure that I do that. So give me 2 more seconds. I need to switch this profile real quick. But I just want to tell you, this actual skill that I learned, it does still help me each and every day of my life. It helps me every year to save this income. And I want you to be able to do the same thing. So it's how do I save 10K every year? All right. So again, my husband and I hired a health consultant, and when we were using or learning from the health consultant, there was several things that we actually mastered. And one of the things that we mastered was our calendars. And we didn't really initially think or knew that this would affect our time, our well, we definitely knew it would affect the time, but we didn't get that by managing the time it would affect our talents and treasures, right? And let me just go through each one and how it actually served or affected one thing over the other. And again, I was speaking to my coaching modalities and how it actually works. If you work with me, we will work to see what issue, what gap you see that's happening in your life and areas of life that matters to you, whether or not it's mental, emotional, physical, or spiritual. And whatever that thing is, once we nail it to the ground, once we nail it to the wall, we get it, we discover it together, then we'll see that it affects every area of your life. And this is the thing that affects every area of your life as well, which is the management of your time. Like even right now, there's certain days of the week where I wash clothes. There's certain days of the week where I grocery shop. There's certain days of the week that I meal prep. And all these things affect my money. Put it in the chat. Managing your time affects your money. Now, you know how people say time is money. It's not a funny. It's not a game. It's a real thing. And once you get that, once you see how both of those are connected, you will be able to have a skill that can assist you with saving $10,000+ every year. Like right before I jumped on here, I did the math, right? So when we was with the health consultant, my family and I meals would cost us $80 a day. Now, give and take some of those days of the week, we may prep a meal, like one meal or so, right? So I said maybe 5 days a week. 5 days a week, we ate out at $80 a day. My husband and I both would eat breakfast at a fast food restaurant, like drive through Dunkin' Donuts or some breakfast spot and grab something to eat. And then at lunchtime, we'll both go out and eat lunch. Now, that's not even including whatever it is that we either purchase for the girls to take to school, or if they were eating lunch that we put on a card at school. So that's even more money, right? And then let's just say all four of us, before we go to Bible study class or before we pick my daughter up from rehearsal, because she was acting even then, my oldest, we would stop to Chick-fil-A and pick up a bill for four. And at that time, it was probably $40, but it's definitely more than that now. I think for four of us to eat at Chick-fil-A when we're traveling, it's close to 50 something or over 50 something dollars. And you add that up, and that easily came to $80. $80 times 5, I think, comes to maybe $400 a week, not including now the grocery shopping and the stuff that I would go to the store to pay for that were right in the refrigerator. Anybody's guilty of doing that. You go to the store, you buy food, especially perishable items like lettuce and spinach and tomatoes and green peppers and red peppers, all these things that you try to fool yourself in that you're going to do something with when you actually make time to meal prep, and then you wind up having to throw those things out. So it's not even including that. Like I can't even express to you or explain to you how much money you potentially are throwing away, flushing down the drain, or wasting if you actually track this. Put this in the chat. We measure what matters. We measure what matters. See, the thing is that if you are not measuring these things, you don't get what it is that you're spending, wasting, throwing away, because it's flip it to you. But when you start measuring what it is that you're doing, counting the cost of the actions that you're taking, you'll have a different appreciation for the thing that I mastered, which was my calendar. So once I started mastering my calendar and making time to prepare my meals at home, I saw my money start growing in the bank. And what I'm telling you is, you can do the same thing. Now, the challenge is learning how to set up different criterias in order for you to be able to manage your calendar well, to know what needs to go on there and know what doesn't. So if that's something that you're interested in, joining the Inner Circle Collective could assist you with doing that. And I want to make sure that I drop this in the chat. We will be working on that later on inside of the Inner Circle Collective. Right now, it's all about strategic planning and getting yourself ready and set up to win in 2026. In the last couple of planning sessions, we've been reverse engineering our life for 2026, which is ultimately going to lead to us being able to plan on our calendars, right? Do you see how that's all connected? Remember, there's a lot of things that's connected to your time, your talents, and your treasures. But when you don't measure what matters, you can't see how it's affecting each other. If you can't discover how it is that you're living that's affecting your bottom line, your bank account, then that just measuring what matters. And what I'm saying is, if by chance you were interested in learning how to save more money, how to put and keep money in your account each and every year based on what it is that you earn, you will in fact make time to master your calendar, because it actually saves you a whole lot of money. So look, I hope that this has been beneficial to you. How do I save over 10K each and every year? I mastered my calendar. I learned how to find holes on where my money was seeping out. And one of those things was eating out every day. Eating out is a no-no. And if you want to save at least $10,000 in your account, you'll find a better way or give yourself some form of restrictions or barriers in order to be able to save that money so you can count that money in your bank account at the end of the year. So my challenge is master your calendar. If you're not sure on how to do that, come inside the Inner Circle Collective, $39 a year. Press that link, go ahead and get in. The founders rate will be ending at the end of the month, and it will be going up to $47 a month. So founder rate will be ending at the end of the month. Don't miss this opportunity, $39 for as long as you stay current inside of this community. Come in. Right now, it's all about strategic planning, picking the accountability part of it. Make sure you're honoring what it is that you're saying out your mouth. And in order to do that, unfortunately, somebody needs to be watching and you need to be tracking. Somebody needs to be watching and you need to be tracking. So always looking forward to serving you. Go ahead and save that money inside of your account. I did the math. It's up to like $29,000 a year I'm able to save now in my bank account for actually stop eating out and making sure that I meal prep at home. You can do the same thing. Master your calendar. And if you don't know how, come inside the Inner Circle Collective. I'll be teaching that in the next upcoming month. Have a good one. Love you.